At 75, Jay Leno has finally confessed to a rumor that's followed him for decades, and his revelation has left fans deeply moved. For years, Jay Leno has been known as one of the most beloved figures in American entertainment. A man who spent decades making people laugh as host of The Tonight Show, building one of the most successful careers in television history. Yet behind the laughter, there was always one story he rarely discussed. The truth about the woman who, as he now admits, was the love of his life, Mavis Leno. Their relationship, which began long before Jay became a household name, was built not on glamour or fame, but on a quiet bond of understanding, humor, and loyalty. They met in the 1970s when Jay Leno was still performing at small comedy clubs, struggling to make a name for himself. Mavis, already a strong and intelligent woman with her own views about life and marriage, wasn't the kind of person easily impressed by fame or money. What drew her to Jay was his authenticity, the way he could make her laugh without trying, and his humble approach to life, despite his big dreams. Over the decades, their love became a steady foundation beneath the chaos of Hollywood. While other stars faced public scandals and heartbreak, Jay and Mavis Leno built a marriage rooted in respect and friendship. They never had children, a decision they made together early on, and instead poured their energy into charity work and supporting causes that mattered to them. But the rumor that Jay Leno now confesses to has little to do with scandal and everything to do with love. In a recent interview, he finally opened up about how he almost lost Mavis during a difficult period in their lives, when fame, exhaustion, and constant work nearly drove a wedge between them. He admitted that during his busiest years on The Tonight Show, he sometimes forgot what truly mattered. He would go days, even weeks, without slowing down to spend time with her, believing that working harder would secure their future. It was Mavis Leno's quiet patience and strength that kept their marriage together. She never demanded attention, never complained publicly. She simply waited for Jay to realize that love was more valuable than ratings. When Jay finally did, he said it changed everything. "She was the love of my life," he confessed, his voice breaking with emotion. "Everything good that's ever happened to me came because of her." He spoke about how she grounded him, reminded him who he was before the fame, and gave him a life filled with laughter off the stage as much as on it. In recent years, as Jay Leno has faced health scares, including serious burns from a garage fire and injuries from a motorcycle accident, his bond with Mavis has only grown stronger. Through every setback, she has been by his side, caring for him and encouraging him to keep smiling. Fans who have followed their story say it's proof that true love still exists in Hollywood, not built on fame or money, but on trust, endurance, and mutual respect. Now, at 75, Jay Leno seems more reflective than ever, grateful for the life he built with Mavis, the woman who stood beside him through everything. In his words, "You can have success, you can have fame, but if you don't have someone to share it with, it means nothing." And in that heartfelt confession, the world saw not just a comedian, but a man who finally let his guard down, revealing that the greatest story of his life wasn't his career, but his love for Mavis Leno, the woman he never stopped loving.